How to make clients come to you with authority content. If you're tired of feeling like you have to chase clients, like you're running a marathon with no finish line, this video is for you. I'm going to show you why the clients you actually want aren't finding you and the one shift that changes everything. So I'm Morgan, and I help service-based business owners to stop the hustle and start attracting premium clients who are ready to buy. No cold DMs, no awkward follow-ups, just a strategy that actually works to get inbound leads. And let's get into it. I'm going to share my screen. So the real reason why you feel like you have to chase clients, quote unquote, is not because you're not working hard enough. Let's get this out of the way. Doing more doesn't equal more results when it's not strategic, right? So the reason why you feel you need to chase clients is because your messaging isn't doing its job. And it all comes down to how you're positioning yourself online. Have you ever bought from whatever expert who was literally begging you to work with them? Like the clinginess, but like you usually feel the desperate vibe, that's not magnetic, right? So we're going to be talking about magnetic later on. And the way I'm talking about magnetic, it has nothing to do with the law of attraction and all these things, right? We don't do that over here. It all comes down to the positioning, like I was saying, the expert positioning, the authority positioning. You're going to position yourself as an expert, as the expert that you already are. So vague messaging like, I help you reach your goals. This is too vague. You, who is you? Me as a woman, as a business owner, as a human? Or like who exactly are you talking to? And reach your goals. In my business, in my life, in my relationship, how? This is too vague. And vague messaging is just blending in the noise. If you want to position yourself as an expert, your messaging needs to answer the 4W questions. I'm going to tell you what it is in a second. But I don't care if it's on your website, if it's on your social media, in your bio, like social media posts, or in your bio, everywhere, your 4W questions need to be answered. Because if those questions are not answered in 5 seconds, people are just moving on. They keep scrolling, they're just seeking another expert, even if you have the solution and you are the perfect fit for them. So the 4W questions are what? What do you do? W, number two, who you do it for? Number three, what are the results that you are providing to your people? In other words, why should they care? And the fourth W is what is next? What is the next step that from now on they need to take? They've discovered you, they know they're for you, so now what? Should they DM you? Should they download a freebie, book a call, like a free call, or whatever it is? You decide, but it has to be a no-brainer next step. It has to feel safe. And the way you make them feel safe is by telling them exactly what's going to happen. Because, we're in a in an era where trust is very precious. Like it has always been, but a lot of people have been burned by people who have unethical practices. So standing out is also showing that you are trustworthy. So what magnetic messaging actually looks like, you have three elements. Three. And once again, it has nothing to do with, oh, I attract everything to me and all of that. This is pure strategy using words ethically. So the first element is specificity. You're going to speak to a real person with a real problem, not in a vague language like I was telling earlier. Reach your goals, change your mindset. This is too vague. Change is neutral. Improve is already better. Improve your mindset, but it's still too vague, right? And specificity also includes simple language. You're not going to talk about in jargon, right? Like I could tell you, I use SEO to boost your visibility. Doesn't mean anything. I mean, to me it does. But if you need me, it means you don't know how to do what I do, right? So you don't know the language I use when I talk to peers or I do my work. So specificity is also making things super simple. If I tell you I help you get clients by making your website easy to find, now you understand. But when I say SEO to boost your visibility, it's too vague, it's jargony. No, not interesting. You don't resonate with that, right? So the second element is authority. So you're going to stop hiding behind tips and tricks. You're going to show that you can solve their problems for real. Don't say like 3 tips how to. Just share through your perspective by taking a stand, showing your opinion, and to show them what you're talking about. How have you used those tips and tricks to help your clients, and what results have your clients gotten from using your tips? So this is really going to boost your authority because nobody needs tips. Like people who are ready to buy, they have been looking for a solution already before. So they've tried the tips. It hasn't worked. But your specific method that goes beyond the basic tips that they can find online, when applied to a real case, this is how I achieved XYZ. This is how my client achieved XYZ. You are positioning yourself as an authority with a unique method that has proven to have results. So that was the second element. The third element is the ethical urgency. We're not talking about only 2 spots left and actually you still have 10. We're not talking about, oh, the promotion expires in 48 hours, and in 48 hours, you're still saying the same thing. That's not ethical. The ethical urgency is when in your messaging, you make people think, I need this now, not maybe someday, by talking to their internal need, the internal urgency. There are 2 types of urgencies. The internal one, like what are they going to miss out on if they don't take action now, but without shaming, pointing finger, without guilt tripping. Like, oh, my clients are action taker. If you don't take action, then it means you don't want to get results. No, foolishness. This is ridiculous. The ethical urgency is making them aware that the cost of waiting is going to create further problems. And you're not making that up. You're showing this to them. They can always say no and choose not to invest, but at least you can still look at yourself in the mirror. Hey, Morgan from the future here. I was talking about 2 types of urgencies and I only mentioned one. I got carried away. The second type is your urgency. Like if you actually really have a limited number of spots or a promotion that expires, but only if it's true. So when your messaging is precise, simple, and specific, you don't have to convince anyone. They are just convincing themselves by themselves, just from reading your post and being in your environment. And also when they see that you have conversations with them and you're not pushy. It is safe to be in your space. You got their back and you're not going to just, hey, just circling back in case you didn't see my message like every week if they don't reply, right? Nothing wrong with following up. There is a way of doing it. That's all I'm saying. So here are now the content mistakes that are killing your sales. You're creating content for the algorithm or for Google if you use website, but you actually need to create for your clients and then optimize for the algorithm or Google. The second point, more posts don't equal more sales. because quality beats quantity every single time. And if you post without a strategy, if you post without having your ideal client in mind, it's not going to land. You're just going to burn yourself out. So I personally believe you can schedule your post and still be successful. I'm not a social media fan. I'm a fan of using social media in a way that works for me because everyone is different. Not everyone's personality fits social media. And if I'm totally honest with you, right now I'm using social media to develop my network, et cetera, get my name out there. But as soon as phase one of my strategy is finished, I'm getting out of there, I'm telling you. But yeah, it's a whole other story. So I'm not going to go into that right now. We're talking about content. So back to content. So your content should do three things: solve a real problem, show your authority, and speak to people who are ready to invest. And if you want to sell in every single one of your posts, do so. It's your platform. You do whatever you want, like honestly. And if you want to engage, if you want to create engagement and have questions, you can do that too. Absolutely. So if your content is not doing that, it's not helping you stand out and therefore not helping you make money. So you need to build a system that works while you sleep. I'm a huge fan of that. Content that I create once and that works for me forever. Yes, please, honestly. So you need a system. And I know that the word system is overused. Everybody's going to tell you to have systems, but I'm going to talk more about that. So you need a system that brings in leads without you having to be on 24/7. If you want to use social media, whether you post actively or not, because that's not what I recommend my clients. I recommend my clients to have a social media profile that's optimized for one thing: getting people out of social media into their world, aka into their email list. That's also what I do myself. They are optimized. Like Instagram, for example, I rarely touch Instagram except when I update it. Like I post a series of 3 to 6, ideally 9, but 9 is like, ugh, no, thank you. Optimize everything: your name field, your bio, your link, highlights, and a series of posts. Like I said, 6 or whatever floats your boat, and have it work for you. You don't touch it. Like I have 777 views on my French Instagram, and I think I've posted 6 times in the past month. And that was very precisely because I was updating my Instagram. But before that, I hadn't posted since September or July. I think July, actually. So yeah, that's how much I love social media. Also, you have your website that shows up on Google, so clients find you when they are searching for solutions like you offer. Then an email funnel, like I was talking about, an email funnel is just like a freebie, something to download. You get them into your email list, and then you have an email sequence that you nurture your leads and sells for you. And then you add them to your weekly newsletter if you do them, which I recommend, and I do my best to do that myself. Then you can also have Pinterest driving extra traffic while you're offline. One pin can work for you for years. You can also have referrals from past clients who can't stop talking about you. Partnership with other entrepreneurs. The goal is simple. Your business and your marketing, your content should work for you, not the other way around. Your priority is to take care of your clients. If you had wanted to create content for a living, you would have opened a marketing agency, right? So if you're watching this, I'm assuming you didn't. Therefore, marketing shouldn't take you more time than it should, right? And it should actually work for you. Your messaging should work for you. Your website should work for you. Anyone who says websites are dead, nope, That's not true at all. Google is still the platform number one, and 91% of people who follow brands on social media check their website before buying high tickets. So it is still up to date. It's not going to die because AI is here. It's not going anywhere. So Google, YouTube, or podcast, Pinterest, all of this is still relevant. And blog, of course. When I say website, I also include blogs, your own blog. You can have a blog on another platform, but it's still not yours, right? So I'm not going to go into detail, but that's another thing. You've watched this video and you wonder what to do next. So you can dive deeper into this with my blog post that I'm going to link in the description, where I'm breaking down how to stop chasing leads and start attracting clients more in details. But if you want to fix your messaging fast, you can book a clear messaging that sells session with me, and we'll map out exactly what your ideal clients need to hear so they stop scrolling and start buying. The link will be in the description. And if you still need to refine who your ideal client is, we can also go through that. So no worries. Thank you so much for watching this video. I cannot wait to hear your takeaways. And if you have any questions, drop them in the comments or get in touch on LinkedIn or on Facebook. I'll put my link in the description as well. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.